There's a lot of talk about equity, diversity, and inclusion in Washington State today, but too many legislators either won't or don't know how to legislate effective policies for people with disabilities. You see, inclusion, it provides for equal access to opportunities and resources for people who might otherwise be excluded or marginalized, such as those who have physical or mental disabilities and members of other minority groups. And inclusion is lost when you segregate those who are able from those who are disabled through the use of institutions. You see, true inclusion, it recognizes that we are all differently abled, creating one community of all people, all living free with the right level of support to live life to its fullest. So why then are people with disabilities still excluded from living in our communities? We're talking about regular people living with unique challenges. And if we look at equity, it's that fairness and justice in the way people are treated. It really begs the question, why does equity stop at the front door of state-run institutions, where people are routinely restrained, isolated, and they're not receiving the level of care and the services that have been promised for them? Look, don't take it from me. Hear from the people who have experienced the outdated institutional model for yourself.
This is kind of a visual representation of what we talk about with institutionalization. A lot of rules, a lot of isolation. We want to be able to be in a community where we can have relationships, when we can get married, we can have children, we can be doing things in our community, being on sports teams, going on vacations, traveling. We can't do that in an institution.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for my parents taking out for me, I would be in one of those institutions, not one of that.
And harm and sexual abuse and control that has hurt people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. What do we want?
We deserve to live in our own communities, in our own independent homes, make families.
Amen.
We deserve to have a life in this community, and we need to show them that we can stand on our own 2 feet and be independent.
I wanted to get out. I saw bad stuff in that place. So what do we want?
Shut them down!
Shut them down!
I do, because when I grew up, I learned a lot about people in the institution, and they're already terrible, oppressing, locking people up.
Thanks to Senators Braun and Robinson, Senate Bill 5938, relating to the closure of residential habilitation centers, is in committee. And thanks to more than 20 state representatives who have presented House Bill 1802, relating to increasing access and representation in policymaking processes for individuals with disabilities. Folks, our friends in these institutions can be living freely in the community by 2028 and can be included in making future policies that affect those with disabilities. Today is January 30th, 2022, and these bills need your support. If you believe in inclusion and equity, click the links in the description for Senate Bill 5938 and House Bill 1802 to tell your legislator to vote yes on these important bills.
Used to live with my parents, now I live my own for almost 22 years. I live independently, no one helps me take care of myself. I go shop, pay my bills, go where I want to do. So I fly by myself, I'm just independent.